Today I'm going to work on a 2001 Honda CB400. My friend recently bought this bike, but unfortunately it was not starting. So he asked me to check it and see if we can bring it back to life. At first look, the bike condition is not very good. It has dust, some rust, and clearly it has not been maintained properly. But don't worry, today I will do a complete inspection, cleaning and installation process to make this bike run smoothly again. First, let me try to start the bike and see what the problem is. As you can see, the bike is not starting properly. The starter is working but the engine is not turning over correctly. This usually means there could be a fuel issue, spark problem or carburetor blockage. So now I will start opening the bike step by step to diagnose the problem. First I remove the seat carefully. Then I disconnect the battery terminals to make sure we work safely. Safety always comes first when working on any motorcycle. Now I am removing the fuel tank bolts. After removing these bolts, I carefully lift the fuel tank and disconnect the fuel line. You should always be careful here to avoid fuel leakage. Now we can see the carburetor and air filter area. The air filter is very dirty. This can block airflow and cause starting problems. So first I will remove the air filter box and clean it properly. Now I am removing the carburetor. This is a very important part because it controls the air and fuel mixture going into the engine. After opening the carburetor, you can see dirt and fuel deposits inside. This is probably the main reason the bike was not starting. Now I will clean the carburetor using carburetor cleaner spray and compressed air. I make sure every jet and passage is completely clean. After cleaning, I reassemble the carburetor carefully and install it back in position. Now I check the spark plugs. The spark plugs are also dirty and carbon covered. This can cause weak spark or no ignition. So I remove all spark plugs and clean them. If they were too damaged, I would replace them, but these can still be used after cleaning. Now I install the spark plugs back and tighten them properly. Next step is checking the wiring. Sometimes loose connections can also cause starting issues. I check all connectors and fix any loose wires. Now I move to the exhaust system. The silencer has some rust and loose fitting areas. So I remove the silencer and check for damage. I clean the rusted areas and tighten the joints. Where needed, I do small repairs to stop leakage. After that, I reinstall the silencer and make sure all bolts are tight. Now it's time to reassemble everything. I reinstall the air filter, then I reconnect the carburetor pipes. Now I put the fuel tank back and connect the fuel line. Then I tighten all bolts carefully. Finally, I reconnect the battery terminals. Now the most important moment. Let's try to start the bike again. And yes, the bike has started. The engine sound is now much smoother than before. After cleaning and proper installation, the bike is running much better. But the work is not finished yet. Now I will do final adjustments like idle tuning and checking throttle response to make sure the bike runs perfectly. Now the bike is finally ready. This shows that proper maintenance and cleaning can solve many motorcycle problems. Many times bikes don't start just because of dirt, blocked fuel systems or poor maintenance. If you have a bike standing unused for a long time, always check fuel system, air filter, spark plugs, battery, wiring. These basic checks can save you a lot of money. My friend will be very happy now because his bike is running again. If you enjoyed this full installation and restoration process, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more motorcycle repair videos. Thanks for watching.